Alright guys, ho ho ho, let's see what 8-Byte Brian's got in his sack this month for Christmas flea market finds. Unfortunately, I gotta say right off the bat, this has been one of my lighter months, so it's expected on the East Coast though. Flea markets are winding down, so you're not gonna be able to find as much stuff, and there's just not as many people selling as there usually is. So as always, let's check out toys first. Now, my most impressive find that I found so far, I finally found a Boglin. Before this, I'd only had a stamper that had a little Boglin picture on it, and these things are impossible to find. They were made in the 80s, and they were kind of like Mad Balls and stuff like that. And they're little hand puppets, and they're gross, and they came in little cardboard like prison cell boxes, and they were from the swamp and stuff. I'll go more into more detail when I do a full review on these guys later on. But I picked him up for only 25 bucks, which is pretty good. They usually go for around 40. And just the fact that I finally saw one of these out in the wild. I mean, I've been to toy conventions and I haven't come across the Boglin. So this is awesome. Very, very cool. That was kind of a Christmas gift to myself, even though that was a little expensive. Also, just recently, I picked up some more Matchbox superhero Hot Wheel cars to add to my collection. They're only $1 a piece. I got Iron Man here, which is looking the best out of all of them, and like the white van. Really nice detail. And you got the Thing here in his blue Pinto with the engine exposed, and that just looks so cool. It's so funny when you think about it, like superheroes back in the 70s were all like riding around in El Caminos and Pintos. It's kind of bizarre. And then the Amazing Spider-Man. I think that's an El Camino. I don't know what the heck it is. But pretty cool. He's got his little van with the sky roof, and you know, even when you're a superhero, that's how you got to pick up chicks back in the 70s and 80s. You got to have a van. So they were only $1 a piece. They were really cool. And then this I actually ordered online from eBay, but I'm just kind of throwing it in with my flea market pickups, even though it's not a really like a flea market pickup. It's just something I got during the month, and it's pretty cool, so I want to show it. This is a WWF little Acclaim handheld video game where you are playing as Hulk Hogan fighting Andre the Giant. And I used to have this one when I was a kid, and I remembered just going through my handhelds, and I was looking online one time, and I was like, oh my god, I was like, I remember this from like 1983 or 85 or whatever this came out. So picked this up for 14 bucks, I think with free shipping. Really cool, and really glad to have this back in my collection again. It's such a fun little game, and I love the picture on it with Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan, so really cool. And last but not least, with my, well, toys, I guess you can say, I found at a flea market a few weeks ago, I found a Mexican Superman comic. How wild is this? This is actually published by Mexico, and it's published by El Festival, which I guess is the Mexican equivalent to DC, because you have to think, this is still owned by DC, so I guess it's a division in Mexico, and it has a little boy there, and he's like going, Mira, Superman, soy más fuerte que tú, meaning, look, Superman, I am stronger than you, and he's lifting Superman over his head. I actually do know some Spanish. And you can see, like, Clark, and, I'm sorry, Martha, and his dad there, which I can't remember his dad's name at the moment. You know, amazed, like, what in the world? Like, this kid's lifting up Superman? And it's just crazy. Like, where would you ever find a Mexican Superman comic? So that's really neat, and honestly, one of the most interesting things that I think I've just found anywhere. So, really cool, even if I really can't read any of what's going on. Alright, so now let's take a look at video games. I picked up a TurboGrafx game, pretty common, but got it really cheaply. off of a friend of mine, and this is Victory Run for the TurboGrafx, and it's a cool little um, like I think it's like an indie racing game, or it's kind of like Outrun for like the TurboGrafx. And anytime that you can pick up a TurboGrafx game for like $5 or less, no matter what it is, I pick it up because you don't see them out in the wild too much. So great to add to my collection. And now let's check out also some of the other games I got. I got a bunch of cool Atari stuff. I picked up Buck Rogers' Planet of Zoom, which is fairly uncommon. I think I paid $5 or $6 for that, so not too pricey. Seahawk for the 2600, which is actually a pretty fun game. You play as this little fighter pilot, and you're trying to shoot down other fighter planes and battle destroyers on the ocean. So pretty advanced as far as the Atari goes. Pretty cool, and I like the label too. Pretty neat. A really neat game that I paid $10 for, which I think is a steal personally. This is an Avalon Hill Atari game, and these are unbelievably rare to find anywhere. I picked this up at a game shop, but still, for $10, you know, that's a great find. This is like a $20 to $30 game, and it's called London Blitz. And it's a little maze, and it's really advanced for the Atari. It looks like Wolfenstein 3D type graphics. So I was really surprised when I popped this in, like how advanced, you know, that it had like scrolling and like simulated 3D environments. I was like, holy shit, on the Atari? That's insane. And the cartridge is pretty neat looking, so I just like weird looking cartridges for whatever system. I like adding them to my collection. And last but not least, I picked up China Syndrome. This is a Spectravision game, and I like these games too because they look really weird, and they have like the shiny silver labels and stuff. And this is where you're trying to stop a nuclear power plant from having a meltdown. And when you lose, it's so annoying. There's just this beeping noise that just gets louder and louder and louder and louder and doesn't stop. Alright, so now let's take a look at the Nintendo games that I picked up over the past month. Got a pretty decent haul of NES games. And this little troublemaker here, Clacks, that was that noise you heard as the other game slipped off because of its stupid round design. Fairly uncommon, paid $5 for this, and fun. I haven't played this on the Atari 2600 yet, where it originally came out, that and the Amiga, but a really, really fun puzzle game and super, super challenging. So, whatever system you have, I recommend picking it up. This, I think I paid 15 or 24, but still a good deal, seeing as it goes for 35 and up. Turtles 3, The Manhattan Project for the NES, and that's a really fun game. Good sequel to the arcade port. Also picked up Maniac Mansion, which isn't rare or uncommon, but believe it or not, this game goes for like 20 to $30, which I don't get it. I mean, it's one of the battery save backup games, but I mean, I didn't even know this game was even remotely popular, so, you know, that's a good deal. Got it for $8, goes for 30. I'm happy with that. Another fun game that I picked up, just because I love the show a lot, Double Dare for the NES. So how cool is that? That was like $7 or $8. So plays kind of like Jeopardy or like a quiz show on the Nintendo, but it's really fun. You can do some of the challenges like catch pies and go through the race. And there's another really cool game that I want to pick up for this too. There's also Funhouse that they made, so I really want to add that to my collection. They're just really cool and kitschy. And then a very uncommon game that I picked up. This is Ms. Pac-Man for the NES, and this is the variant where they have like the weird, wacky-looking smiling ghosts, and that's a pretty rare game to find. You're not going to find that pretty much anywhere. And I got this for free actually because I paid $20 for the Manhattan Project, and a guy that I buy games from at a flea market was like, yeah, you know, I'll come down on the price, and he's like, just give me 20 for that, and I'll throw in the Ms. Pac-Man. And this game goes for like $40, so that was an awesome deal. But unfortunately, it's just a mediocre port of Ms. Pac-Man, so nothing fantastic. And just recently, also too, I picked up Battletoads, I think for like 10 bucks. I don't remember how much I got this for. 10, 15 bucks, no more than 20 bucks. But yeah, no, actually I paid 15 for this, which is a good deal, seeing as it goes for like 25. But the game's hard as fuck. I mean, of course you guys know, you've played Battletoads before, I'm sure. And it's just, the challenge is way unbalanced, and it's not really a fun game. I don't recommend it. Battletoads vs. Double Dragon is a much, much, much better game than the original Battletoads, so I don't recommend that. And then just today, actually, I picked up Tecmo Super Bowl, and paid 20 for that, and this is also another game that goes for 40 or 50, which I didn't realize that it went for that much. And that's not like the 2K17 versions where they update it and put out a new cart every year. That's just for the regular version. So with sports games, you're always like, you know, they're worthless. But this is actually really uncommon and pretty valuable. Who knew? So, you know, that's fun. I can't wait to play this. I do love football sims. That's one of the few sports games I like to play. So, you know, I'm sure I'll get my good play use out of that. And then I also found a complete box game at a game store I go to when I go over to the Columbus Flea Market. And this is Crystal Mines. This is a Color Dreams game, and a lot of the Color Dreams games are very hard to find. And I like the packaging, and you're a robot. It's a puzzle game where you're trying to dissect bombs and stuff and mines and find diamonds. And it's pretty neat. It has the instructions and everything in it. And it's, you know, one of the blue carts, that's the trademark of the Color Dreams games. And pretty cool. I just love adding all these weird games to my collection. And that, I think I paid, I don't remember what I paid for this. I think I probably paid like 20 bucks. No more than 25 bucks. And it goes for around, give or take, 40 to 45. So, good deal. And the granddaddy of them all, I found one of the rarest games, honestly, probably top 25 really rare games on the NES. This is Princess Tomato in the Salad Kingdom. Also got this at the game store, the Columbus Flea Market, but I traded in a lot of my Wii stuff that I found last month. So overall, this game goes for about 100 to 120 online. I only ended up paying about 40 bucks for this game because of everything else that I found, like with Kirby and Donkey Kong for the Wii. Like, that gave me like almost $50 to $60 in trade credit and paid only like 2 bucks a piece. So when you do the math, like, this game barely cost me 30 to 40 bucks for like a $100 game. So really sweet find. I love the label on that. Very goofy, very strange, and cool. It's not a bad game, not a great game, but pretty fun. I definitely recommend at least checking it out. I don't necessarily recommend going out and blowing 100 bucks on it, or maybe even 40 or 50. But you know, if you're a collector, yeah, I guess. But you know, try it out first, see if you like it or not. And I believe that is it. So like I said, not a large haul this month for December, and I don't know what it'll look like for January as you go into the winter months. You know, I still hit up my flea markets, you know, just because I got nothing else better to do on my days off, and it's just, you know, if anybody shows up, how many people are out there, and some people are out there year-round, but it does get slim pickings throughout the winter, but sometimes that can be better, because then there's not as many people out there that you're competing with for stuff, so I found good finds over the winter. So more than likely my comic book finds will pick up throughout the winter months, and probably won't see so much in the way of like toys or games over the next couple of months. But anyway, I will see you guys next month for January flea market finds, and happy hunting out there.
Hey guys, if you liked the video that you just watched, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And if you do the Facebook and Twitter thing, follow me at #KingRetro. See you next time.